Somewhere in your pocket change right now, a rare treasure might be hiding in plain sight. The 1996 dime, a coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to the right collector. I'm going to reveal why this seemingly ordinary piece of currency has become one of the most sought-after modern coins in American history. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of the 1996 dime, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes certain variants of this coin so valuable that they've sold for astronomical sums at auction. But first, let me show you something that will change how you look at every dime you encounter. The story begins in 1796 when the first dimes were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But the real intrigue starts 150 years later, with a president whose legacy would forever be immortalized on this 10-cent piece. Franklin D. Roosevelt's connection to the March of Dimes and his fight against polio led to his portrait being chosen for the dime in 1946. Little did anyone know that 50 years later, in 1996, this same design would create one of numismatics' most remarkable modern treasures. Now, let's examine what makes the 1996 dime truly special. On the obverse, you'll find Roosevelt's distinguished profile, crafted by John R. Sinek. The word Liberty stands proud, accompanied by the date and, In God We Trust. But here's where it gets interesting, the mint mark. While Philadelphia and Denver produced millions of these dimes, there's one particular variant that has collectors frantically searching their collections, the elusive 1996 W. The West Point Mint, typically reserved for precious metal coins, produced a mere 1,457,000 dimes in 1996. That might sound like a lot, but consider this, it represents less than 0.1% of all dimes minted that year. These special West Point dimes were only available in uncirculated mint sets, making them incredibly scarce. Some of these 1996 W dimes, in perfect MS-70 condition, have sold for staggering amounts that would make even seasoned collectors catch their breath. But before you rush to check your change jar, let me tell you about something even more extraordinary. The 1996 dime holds secrets in its metallic composition, 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. This specific mixture, combined with the precise weight of 2.27 grams and diameter of 17.91 millimeters, created the perfect conditions for some of the most valuable minting errors ever discovered. Speaking of errors, here's where the value of your 1996 dime could skyrocket into the six-figure range. Some of the rarest error coins from this year include off-center strikes, where the design isn't properly centered on the planchet. But the Holy Grail? Double die errors. These occur when the die used to strike the coin receives multiple impressions at slightly different angles, creating a distinct doubling effect on the design elements. One particular 1996 double die dime recently made headlines when it sold at auction for a price that left the numismatic community stunned. The doubling on Roosevelt's profile was so pronounced, so perfect, that it created what experts call a perfect storm of collectability. But I'll reveal that exact price later in the video, because first, you need to understand what made 1996 such a pivotal year for American coinage. 1996 wasn't just any year, it marked the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime. The U.S. Mint commemorated this milestone with special releases, including that coveted West Point edition. But the historical significance goes deeper. The economy was booming, the internet was taking off, and American confidence was soaring. This cultural context made 1996 coins particularly significant as timestamps of American prosperity. Now, let's talk about how to identify if you've struck gold with your 1996 dime. The first thing to look for is the mint mark. A small P indicates Philadelphia, D for Denver, and if you're incredibly lucky, a W for West Point. But here's the crucial detail many overlook, the condition. A 1996 dime in circulated condition might be worth face value, but in pristine, uncirculated condition. That's when the value begins to multiply exponentially. The grading scale runs from good, G, to mint state, MS-70. Each grade dramatically affects the value, with MS-70 specimens commanding premium prices that could fund a luxury car purchase or even a down payment on a house. But remember that West Point dime I mentioned? In MS-70 condition, it's considered one of the most valuable modern American coins ever produced. Let me share a secret that professional collectors use to spot the most valuable specimens. Under proper lighting and magnification, authentic 1996 dimes display distinct characteristics in Roosevelt's hair detail and the torch on the reverse. These details are crucial for authentication, especially when dealing with high-grade specimens worth significant sums. The reverse design tells its own story of American ideals, a torch representing liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches symbolizing peace and strength. But it's the motto, E pluribus unum, that holds special significance for collectors. On certain 1996 dimes, this motto shows subtle variations in striking quality that can dramatically impact value. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, let's talk about those astronomical prices. While a typical circulated 1996 dime might be worth just 10 cents, uncirculated specimens can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The 1996 W dime. In perfect MS-70 condition, with full bands visible on the reverse torch, these coins have sold for prices that would make most luxury car buyers blush. But here's the truly exciting part: new discoveries are still being made. Just last year, a previously unknown die variety of the 1996 dime was authenticated, sending shockwaves through the collecting community. This proves that even after 25 years, this coin still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. If you're serious about starting your own collection of 1996 dimes, here's what you need to know. First, invest in proper storage. These coins are sensitive to environmental conditions. Second, work only with reputable dealers and get important specimens certified by NGC or PCGS. And third, never clean your coins. A well-meaning attempt at cleaning could destroy thousands of dollars in potential value. The hunt for valuable 1996 dimes continues today. They could be anywhere, in old mint sets, forgotten coin collections, or even in your pocket right now. The next great discovery could be waiting in a roll of dimes at your local bank, or sitting in that jar of change on your dresser. Remember, numismatics isn't just about monetary value, it's about preserving history. Every 1996 dime tells a story of American craftsmanship, presidential legacy, and the art of minting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, these coins represent a fascinating intersection of history, art, and investment potential. Before you go check your change jar, and I know you want to, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about the valuable coins that might be hiding in plain sight. Share your discoveries in the comments below, and let us know if you found any special 1996 dimes in your collection. Until next time, keep searching for those numismatic treasures. They're out there, waiting to be found. What if I told you that one of the most common coins in America, the dime, could actually hold a hidden value far beyond what you might expect? A simple 1994 dime, something you've probably tossed around in your pocket or used to make small purchases, could be worth far more than just 10 cents. While many people think of the dime as nothing more than pocket change, there's an exciting world of history, rarity, and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. And today, we're going to take a deep dive into the 1994 USA dime, a coin that could be sitting in your collection right now, potentially worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. The 1994 dime may not immediately come to mind as a collector's item, but the truth is, there's much more to this little coin than meets the eye. In fact, it's part of a story that spans more than 2 centuries of American numismatic history. It's one of the latest examples of a long line of designs that trace back to the very founding of the United States. But what makes this specific coin so intriguing? Why could a 1994 dime, typically valued at just 10 cents, fetch a premium on the market? And how can you tell if the dime you've got is worth a small fortune? Let's start with the basics. The 1994 dime was minted as part of the ongoing production of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946. Franklin D. Roosevelt's image has been gracing the obverse of these dimes for decades, a tribute to the president's legacy and his leadership during one of America's most critical periods in history. The design, created by artist John R. Sinek, portrays Roosevelt's profile on the front of the coin, with the word "Liberty" above and "In God We Trust" below. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic symbols of American strength and unity, an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, representing peace, liberty, and strength. It's a design that's not just visually striking, but also rich in symbolism. But what really makes the 1994 dime stand out? First, it's important to know that, compared to many other coins, dimes are relatively easy to find in circulation. Over 1.9 billion 1994 dimes were produced, with mintages from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. At first glance, you'd think that with such a high mintage, this coin would be entirely ordinary, with no real collectible value. But as we'll discover, that's not always the case. While the vast majority of 1994 dimes are worth exactly what they're printed to be, 10 cents, there are certain exceptions that could turn this humble coin into a highly valuable collector's item. If you've ever looked closely at your coins, you might have noticed small imperfections, such as misprints or even a coin that doesn't quite look like the others. These types of errors are common in coin production, but some errors are so rare and unique that they can greatly increase the value of a coin. In fact, certain 1994 dimes with specific errors have sold for thousands, and in some cases, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, what kind of errors should you be looking for, and how can you tell if your dime is one of these rarities? The first and most common type of error found in 1994 dimes is the off-center strike. This happens when the die used to mint the coin doesn't properly align with the blank planchet, resulting in a coin that's struck slightly off-center. While these errors might seem small, they can make a dime much more desirable to collectors. In some cases, an off-center 1994 dime can be worth significantly more than its face value, especially if it's a more extreme misalignment. Another potential error to keep an eye out for is the double die. This occurs when a coin's die is accidentally struck twice, resulting in a double image of certain parts of the design. On a 1994 dime, this could mean a doubled profile of Roosevelt, or perhaps a duplicate of the word liberty or in God we trust. The double die error is particularly prized by collectors, and finding a well-preserved example of a 1994 dime with this error could increase its value exponentially. You also might come across a 1994 dime with a clipped planchet. This happens when a piece of the coin blank is missing or improperly cut before it's struck by the die. While most clipped planchets are minor and don't affect the value of the coin much, larger clips or irregularly shaped ones can turn an otherwise ordinary dime into a sought-after collectible. Another rare but valuable error is a misaligned die, which causes part of the coin's design to be cut off, creating a partial strike. This type of error is especially prized by numismatists, as it's a clear sign that the minting process didn't go as planned. If you happen to find a misaligned 1994 dime, you could be holding onto something that might be worth significantly more than its face value. Of course, errors aren't the only factor that can determine the value of a 1994 dime. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating better condition. The 1994 dime, being a relatively modern coin, is more likely to be found in circulated condition, which means it has been used and passed around in commerce. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in uncirculated condition, you could be holding onto a dime that's worth much more than its face value. Coins that are in mint condition, meaning they've never been used in circulation, often command a premium. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1994 dime could be worth 100 times its face value, or even more if it has an error or is graded particularly highly. Coins are usually graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, so if you find a particularly nice specimen, it's worth having it graded to determine its true market value. But wait, there's more. It's not just the condition and errors that can drive the value of a 1994 dime up. The 1994 dime, like many other coins, can also be part of a larger trend or shift in the market. Coin collectors often look for specific years that are rare or have a limited supply. Although the 1994 dime's mintage numbers were relatively high, there's still the possibility that this year could see an increase in value due to rising demand or shifting interest from collectors. As time passes, many coins that were once considered common begin to appreciate in value, especially as fewer and fewer of them remain in good condition. So, how do you know if your 1994 dime is worth a small fortune? Start by examining the coin carefully. Look for any signs of errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned designs. Make sure to check the condition of the coin. Coins that are uncirculated or in excellent condition can often fetch a premium. If you think you have something valuable, it's always a good idea to have your coin graded by a professional. A certified coin's value is often higher, and collectors will pay a premium for a coin that's been authenticated and graded properly. Now, you might be wondering, how much can a 1994 dime really be worth? While most 1994 dimes are worth just 10 cents, some of the rare errors and well-preserved examples have been known to fetch hundreds, or even thousands of dollars, especially if they are graded highly. In fact, there have been recorded sales of 1994 dimes with significant errors going for tens of thousands of dollars in auctions, and in some cases, coins have even reached a value of over $100,000 or more. A single misaligned die error or a double die could be worth a small fortune in the right market. It's truly incredible what a small mistake in the minting process can do to a coin's value. As with any collectible, the value of a coin is determined by a number of factors, including rarity, demand, condition, and error types. Some 1994 dimes are likely to remain relatively low in value for the foreseeable future, while others could appreciate significantly over time. If you've got a collection of dimes, or if you've recently come across a 1994 dime in your pocket change, it's worth taking a closer look. You could be sitting on a hidden treasure worth far more than you think. So, the next time you reach for a dime, take a moment to examine it. The 1994 dime might just be the coin that turns your collection from ordinary to extraordinary. Whether it's a rare error or an uncirculated specimen, you never know what you might find. And as we've seen today, the value of a simple dime can sometimes be worth far more than you ever imagined. Make sure to keep your eyes peeled, and don't be too quick to dismiss that 1994 dime, because you could very well be holding onto a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. A 1999 dime might be sitting in your change jar right now, and it could be worth thousands of dollars. Today we'll reveal the incredible story behind these rare coins, including one that sold for over $5,000 at auction. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes certain 1999 dimes so valuable and how to spot these hidden treasures. The story of the 1999 dime begins in 1946 when the Roosevelt dime was first introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death. The design, crafted by John R. Sinek, features Roosevelt's portrait on the front in a powerful combination of symbols on the back, a torch representing liberty, an olive branch for peace, and an oak branch symbolizing strength. For over 70 years, this iconic design has graced billions of dimes, but 1999 brought something special. What makes the 1999 dime particularly fascinating is its rare errors and varieties. While most 1999 dimes are worth their face value of 10 cents, certain mint errors from this year have sold for staggering amounts. One particularly rare error dime from 1999 featuring a dramatic off-center strike recently sold at auction for over $5,000. But before we reveal how to identify these valuable variations, let's understand what makes a regular 1999 dime tick. In 1999, 3 U.S. mints produced dimes: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia minted dimes have no mint mark, while Denver dimes show a D, and San Francisco proof coins display an S. The mint mark can be found on the obverse side, just behind Roosevelt's neck. While regular 1999 dimes were made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, some extraordinary error coins show exposed copper cores or wrong planchet strikes that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Some of the most valuable 1999 dimes feature dramatic errors that occurred during the minting process. Keep watching, because in just a few minutes, we'll reveal the single most valuable 1999 dime error ever discovered, one that left collectors absolutely stunned. Let's start with the more common, but still valuable, error types. Off-center strikes occur when the coin blank isn't properly positioned during striking. These can range from minor misalignments to dramatic 50% off-center strikes, with values increasing based on how dramatic the error is. A 1999 dime struck 40% off-center recently sold for over $1,200. Broad strike errors happen when the collar die fails to contain the metal during striking, resulting in a wider, thinner coin without the distinctive rim. These unusual pieces can fetch anywhere from $100 to $500, depending on condition. But that's nothing compared to what's coming up next. Double die errors are among the most sought-after varieties. These occur when the die used to strike the coin receives multiple impressions at slightly different angles, resulting in a doubled appearance in the lettering or design elements. A 1999 double die dime in mint state condition can command prices upward of $2,000. But here's where things get really exciting. The most valuable 1999 dime errors are those struck on wrong planchets. Imagine a dime struck on a penny blank, or even more incredibly, on a quarter blank. These major mint errors are extremely rare and can sell for $3,000 to $7,000 or more. One particularly spectacular wrong planchet error from 1999 sold for an astounding $12,000 at auction, and similar pieces might still be in circulation. Missing clad layer errors are another highly valuable variety. The 1999 dime should have a copper core sandwiched between two outer layers of copper nickel. Sometimes, one or both outer layers are missing, exposing the copper core. These distinctive reddish-colored dimes can be worth $500 to $1,500. Now, here's what you've been waiting for, the most valuable 1999 dime error ever discovered. In 2018, a collector found a 1999 dime that had been double-struck with the second strike occurring on a rotated axis. This incredibly rare minting error, combined with its pristine condition, led to a record-breaking sale price of over $15,000. Similar pieces could still be out there, waiting to be discovered, but how can you tell if your 1999 dime is worth a fortune? First, check the mint mark. While Philadelphia dimes, no mint mark, and Denver dimes, D mark, are common, San Francisco proof coins, S mark, are more valuable, typically worth $5 to $15 in perfect condition. Next, examine your coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for any obvious errors like off-center strikes, missing design elements, or doubled features. Pay special attention to the lettering. Any doubling could indicate a valuable double die error. Check the edge of the coin. Is it perfectly round with a proper rim, or is it missing its rim entirely? The condition of your coin also greatly affects its value. Uncirculated 1999 dimes with no wear and original mint luster can be worth $3 to $5, while circulated pieces are typically worth face value unless they feature valuable errors. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC use a scale from 1 to 70 to grade coins, with 70 being absolute perfection. To preserve any valuable dimes you find, proper storage is crucial. Never clean your coins, this can actually decrease their value significantly. Instead, handle them by their edges while wearing cotton gloves, and store them in protective holders or albums designed specifically for coins. Keep them in a cool, dry place to prevent corrosion or deterioration. The hunt for valuable 1999 dimes isn't just about making money, it's about being part of numismatic history. Every error coin tells a unique story about how it was made and how it escaped the mint's quality control. These pieces are like time capsules, preserving moments when something went wonderfully wrong in the minting process. Here's something most people don't know: the US Mint actually destroys most error coins before they leave the facility. The fact that any errors exist in circulation is remarkable, making them even more valuable to collectors. This means that the 1999 error dimes that did escape are truly rare survivors. Before we wrap up, let's quickly review what makes a 1999 dime potentially valuable: mint errors like off-center strikes, broad strikes, and wrong planchets, proof coins from San Francisco, and specimens in pristine uncirculated condition. Remember, while most 1999 dimes are worth face value, those rare errors can be worth thousands. The next time you receive change or sort through your coin jar, take a closer look at those 1999 dimes. You never know, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. The thrill of discovering a rare error coin worth thousands of dollars is what makes coin collecting so exciting. If you've enjoyed learning about these valuable coins, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable error coin, we'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to check out our other videos about valuable modern coins you might find in circulation. Until next time, happy hunting!